Hello, everybody. Welcome to Elite Weather. I'm Mr. G, your meteorologist, back with you once again. So let's jump into your weather today as we take a look at that weather today out there across America. And as we look at this colorful radar, because there is kind of a lot going on still, we have our potential here for severe weather down across the central and southern plains today, and some wet weather into parts of the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes and into the Northeast as well. So that's going to be our main three areas of concern or active weather this afternoon. Let's kind of go through this piece by piece and take a closer look at that radar. And here we are, we took a look at the Northeast and parts of New England and into southern Canada. Now, it's pretty chilly out there across the Northeast and New England this week because we still have our old storm system from last week that's very close in the area, just offshore. So we're getting a nice northeasterly flow off of the ocean and a northwesterly flow down out of Canada, where we have a big blocking ridge to the north, and that is providing cold air to mix in with warmer, unstable air coming up from the south. But we're not seeing thunderstorms, but that powerful area, that strong cold air coming down from the north is kind of making things unstable in the atmosphere. So it's producing all of these polka dot showers, all these little showers that you're seeing. Some of these guys can be heavy. They're going to be mostly brief showers. A very confusing day today. It's going to be very unsettled through parts of the Northeast and New England. You may go through these periods of several rounds of these showers. Some of them can be kind of heavy, but brief. Then a brief period of calm, and then another shower. It's just gonna be kind of a sloppy mess out there through parts of the Northeast and into New England. And as we take a look at the Midwest now, down through the central and southern plains, we are here in Oklahoma, where we're seeing a cluster of thunderstorms out that way. We have that potential for severe weather here across north central Texas this afternoon, and we're going to be looking for some damaging hail and some winds, as well as a tornado is also going to be possible. And then as we go a little bit further to the north through the central plains, through Nebraska and South Dakota here, there is a stationary front in the area. Here's our main area of low pressure over here over western Colorado, and that is going to be having that line of showers here prevalent through parts of South Dakota and Nebraska. So we got, and then more showers and thunderstorms down here to the south over southern Colorado and northern New Mexico and into Kansas there. We're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. That is a look at your weather today. Now let's talk about our severe weather chances this afternoon and into tomorrow. And if you take a look here near Abilene, Texas and Killeen, Texas, as well as San Antonio and just to the west of Fort Dallas. I think Fort Worth is a little bit closer to where our possible threat is going to be today. And we're going to be looking at that potential for some damaging winds, large hail, and some couple of tornadoes will also be possible. I'm not expecting excessive rainfall today, so flash flooding is going to be very low priority. And as we take a look at tomorrow, things get a bit more interesting as we get a little bit more moisture to come up off of the Gulf of Mexico. And our area of low pressure moves a little bit closer from Colorado and moves a bit further out into the central plains. So that is going to create a little better dynamics there for severe thunderstorms across North Texas once again. And we're going to be seeing a likelihood of severe thunderstorms from Dallas, Fort Worth, down to Huntsville, Texas, and over to Killeen. Now, all the way even down to Houston, we at least have a marginal shot for severe thunderstorms, and that includes San Antonio as well, where we could see a severe thunderstorm take place. And those primary threats is going to be large hail, damaging winds, some heavy rainfall, as well as a couple of tornadoes is going to be possible with that situation. And now let's talk about your main weather forecast as we take a big view of the country right now. And as we take a look at what's currently going on out there for your Tuesday, here is our area of low pressure that's coming out of the Rockies and into the Plain States. We're looking at showers and thunderstorms through parts of the central and southern plains, but further down to the south into Texas, there is where our severe weather threat is going to be this afternoon. And we have our old storm system. Let's trail this warm front all the way down into the Gulf Coast and over southeastern Florida. There are some showers and thunderstorms we're going to see over the Florida Peninsula and parts of the southeastern United States through southeastern Georgia, southern South Carolina. But up here is our old storm from last week. It's still hanging out in the area. That is because of a huge area of high pressure way up here over North Atlantic. That big area of high pressure is called a blocking high. So what it's doing, that big Rex block is preventing the forward progression of storms that are traveling across the country. They either bump up north or around the storm, or they kind of get wedged down here because to the south we have our Bermuda high as well. So storms kind of can get sandwiched in between these two big areas of high pressure and literally get stuck there or get retrograded back to the west or back to the direction they came and deflected off another way. But we are going to be dealing with a very slow moving storms this week and very wet weather patterns that's going to set the stage for a very wet week across the southeast and through parts of the Midwest as well. And it's going to also help things stay a bit on the chilly side over the North Country. So the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, and the Northeast is going to be kind of chilly this week. But a big ridge of high pressure will build out in the west. So we're seeing things warm up out over the Rockies and toward the Pacific Ocean. And as we take a look at temperatures today across America, those temperatures are going to be warm across the southeast of the southwest. The southern deserts, we're going to start to see some 80s and 90s come into play through Arizona as well as into West Texas and down across extreme southern Texas along the Rio Grande River. We're going to be seeing upper 70s to lower 80s along the Gulf Coast. And in the state of Florida, we're going to be seeing 70s and 80s as well. But if you get into the mid-latitudes, the mid-Atlantic states here, we're going to see those temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, maybe a couple of low 70s. But in the Great Lakes, we're looking at temperatures in the 50s, as well as in the Northeast, temperatures in the 50s. The 50s across the northern plains, but we're going to be seeing temperatures warm a little bit across the high plains as we have that circulation around our area of low pressure coming up from the southeast. And that's going to pull up a little bit of compression or heating across the high plains of Montana. So we will see temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s there. And our chill will continue across the Rockies and in the Pacific Northwest. We're starting to see temperatures improve and warm up as well, as we're going to be seeing some 70s in the interior portions of down across Oregon and some 60s on the interior of Washington. But we're going to be seeing temperatures in the 60s along the coastal areas as well. So that includes Seattle and Portland. We're going to be seeing some a bit warmer temperatures out toward the Pacific Northwest. Now let's take a look at your Wednesday. This is what we're going to look at tomorrow as far as our storms and stuff moving across the country. So we have three areas of low pressure that we're dealing with here across America. Our big area of low pressure is right here across the eastern Rockies and the western plains, where we're going to have our low pressure center there. And we're going to see showers and thunderstorms continuing from the Arkansas through Oklahoma, through Kansas, and into Colorado, eastern Colorado. But if you go over toward the Rockies and go west toward the mountains, we will see a little bit of snow here along the eastern ranges of the Rockies. And we're going to see our severe thunderstorms down here across the state of Texas, all the way over to the Louisiana border, south central Texas. We're going to be dealing with that severe thunderstorm and that potential there for an isolated tornado or two. And then in the Northeast, we have that weak area of low pressure that's moving across the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes today. And that's going to be providing those showers again across the Northeast on Wednesday. I don't expect any severe weather or thunderstorms with that activity, but just A cool day with some rain showers around, but not too much in the way of rainfall accumulation or anything like that. Here's our regional forecast as we take a look at your afternoon today. And if you're in the Midwest, we're going to be seeing those temperatures in the 50s and 60s across the northern areas. But further down to the south, we're going to see temperatures in the 70s, the upper 70s, right along the Gulf Coast this afternoon. And again, those showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible in the central. All right, sorry about that interruption there. Mr. G had a coughing fit. And so now let's talk about the western half of the United States for your Wednesday afternoon. And we're going to be dealing with cool weather across the eastern Rockies down through Colorado, but we're going to be seeing temperatures warm across the southwest as we see those temperatures in the upper 80s down across the southwestern deserts, some lower 90s as well. Temperatures is also going to warm up across California as we see those temperatures near 80 degrees down in Southern California. And as you head up to the north toward the Pacific Northwest, we're going to be seeing those temperatures in the 50s and 60s as well. So a fairly benign weather pattern for folks out in the western half of the United States. All the action is in the central and southern plains and into parts of the northeast as well. So now let's take a look at what we're going to be looking at as far as the Midwest is concerned for tomorrow. That severe weather down here across the state of Texas yet again. The damaging winds of hail and tornadoes are going to be possible here, mostly across the state of Texas. And we're going to still see some showers and thunderstorms occur through parts of Arkansas and Oklahoma, parts of Kansas, and the high plains of Colorado as well. Maybe some snow showers along the eastern Rockies, but nice weather in the northern plains. The nice weather in the northern plains and in the Great Lakes, but we will see showers in the Northeast and New England for your day on Wednesday, but no thunderstorms are expected up there. We will see some rumbles of thunder down here across the state of Florida as we still have a stationary front in place that's associated with our old storm from last week that's out over the Atlantic right now. So that was that. But here we are as we take a look at Wednesday across the eastern end of the United States. We are going to be seeing those temperatures there in the 80s across Florida, south of this cold front right here. But to the north, look at those temperatures in the 60s across the southeast. And we're going to be seeing some rain showers that are coming in from the central and southern plains as well. So we're going to see some showers and thunderstorms here south of maybe Nashville and to parts of northern Alabama, North Georgia, and northern Mississippi for the day on your Wednesday. And again, more showers in the northeast, near west of Boston, there through parts of upstate New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire. We're going to be seeing some rain showers in that. Cool air out across parts of the Northeast and New England. And here is our big pattern change. We're going to be seeing how things are going to remain cool and wet across the northern half of the United States as we get into the latter part of the week. We're going to see that area of low pressure that is moving there across the plains, the upper Midwest there, and that's going to be spreading some rain showers through parts of the upper Midwest and the Midwest. And we're going to be seeing a very strong jet stream down to the south. And with these passing disturbances, that's going to provide several rounds of severe weather potential down across parts of the central and southern plains and along the Gulf Coast as we have those pieces of energy that is primarily rotating around, affiliated with our big area of low pressure in the north, in the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. And as this week, this is our rainfall forecast. We're going to be looking at a couple of inches of rain up here through Oklahoma this week, and maybe 1 to 2 inches through parts of the Ozarks into Arkansas and through parts of Texas as well, where we can deal with some severe thunderstorms. So we can have some higher rainfall rates with that severe weather. And then down here along the Gulf Coast as well, we have that potential to receive some heavier rainfall amounts, up to 2 inches if possible in some locations. And then up here to parts of the mid-Atlantic. So in North Carolina, we have some folks that could pick up 1 to 2 inches of rain in those areas. All right, so here's a look at those rainfall totals this week. And we have 1 to 2 inches of rain over here along the southeast, 2 to 3 inches of rain up there in the mid-Atlantic and North Carolina. But through parts of Texas, we can pick up 1 to 2 inches of rain, 2 to 3 inches of rain through parts of central Oklahoma, 1 to 2 inches of rain along the Gulf Coast as well, Montgomery, Alabama, and we can be picking up a good 2 inches of rain, 1 to 2 inches of rain across North Florida and the crook of the Florida Panhandle and the Peninsula area right there. So we're going to be seeing a lot of rain this week across the eastern United States, and the south and southeast especially. Going to be a very wet week out there this week. And here is our chilly setup again. That chilly weather across the northern part of the country, the northeast, the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes. It's going to be very cool this week as we have that big area of high pressure up into up in the northern Canada and in the North Atlantic. That is our troublemaker that we're going to be seeing this week, and that is going to be keep a very large I'll keep our jet stream shunted down to the south. We have a nice Rex block in our pattern right now, and that's going to allow for cold air to filter in out of Canada from the north down to the southeast. So it's going to allow for that cold air to filter in from way up here into Canada. And that cold air is going to be filtering in. So we're going to continue to see that potential for that cold air to come in down out of northern Canada. So things are going to be a little bit chilly. The good thing is that the time of the year, that air mass modifies because of those higher sun angles, and that sun's energy is a lot stronger than this time of the year. But so you're not going to experience that real cold. So that's a bit of good news for everybody as well. So again, here's our why our weather is acting the way it's acting, because we have the Atlantic Oscillation. The NAO is in a strong negative phase, and that puts that ridge of high pressure way up here in the North Atlantic near Greenland. So just south of Greenland, that big blocking high is in place right now. And then we have another area of high pressure. This is the Bermuda high. It's actually shunted way out there near the Andors right now. And we have that colder air filtering in around our big area of high pressure. So that's going to keep the big chill on for this week and into next week. So as we take a look at some of those temperatures out there for the end of this week here, we're going to be seeing temperatures slightly below average. So we're going to be seeing those temperatures pulling a bit cold here through parts of the central and southern plains, and that's mostly because of rain and clouds and precipitation. And we also have clouds and precipitation up here across the Great Lakes and into the northeast. So we're going to be seeing temperatures running a bit below average as we end the week here. And then again tonight in the overnight lows for your Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be seeing temperatures a bit cold here across the Great Lakes and the upper Midwest and into the northeast over there. And of course in the Rockies, it's going to be below average as well. It's going to be a little bit warmer down here across the Gulf Coast because of moisture coming up from the south, and we have some storm systems moving through the area. So, and we have our trough in the jet stream comes through right about in here. So south of the jet stream, temperatures are going to be substantially warmer and more comfortable for you folks. And then as we take a look at our midweek forecast in general here, and then what we're looking at is the potential for thunderstorms as we get to the end of the week to spread across the eastern part of the United States. We're going to also see rain showers move into the upper Midwest and into Minnesota and Wisconsin. We're going to see those rain showers, but it won't be until about Thursday and Friday that some of you folks see those rain showers. But if you're here across the nation's midsection in the southern plains here through parts of Oklahoma and Texas, you're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms pretty much all week there for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms, and eventually those showers and storms will spread into the southeast for the most part as well. As you can see, those thunderstorms down there across Atlanta and through parts of Alabama as well as we get. And then New Orleans, looking at thunderstorms for Thursday here. And then you're going to see thunderstorms for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday down there for you folks down in Tampa. So we're going to continue to deal with that wet weather this week as we have a lot of showers and thunderstorms to contend with in this week. That is a look at your weather forecast. Sorry for that cough and fit there. We'll edit that out as best I can. I didn't want to film the restart this whole video. So, but anyway, my name is Mr. G. Thanks for watching me today. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.